What is up? What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, happy Wednesday. It is hump day. Woot woot. We got a boatload of women's college basketball games later today. But first, just because you put confidential on a slide does not mean it's going to stay confidential. A couple of WNBA slides were leaked to Ramona Shelburne, and we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Athletes Unlimited, which starts today, and how, for some people, it's way better than Unrivaled. That and a whole lot more on today's episode of Quita in the Morning. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Ready, set, go.
All right, ladies and gents, let's get into it, okay? And we begin with the leaked slides. We have 3 leaked slides courtesy of Ramona Shelburne of ESPN. So as you all know, we kind of talked about this yesterday, but for those who sort of missed the memo, on Monday, the WNBA and players had a meeting of the minds. It was roughly 40 players in attendance, either in person or on video. It included the leadership of the Players Association, like Brianna Turner, Nneka Ogwumike, Alysha Clark, Stefanie Dolson, and lots of other players who were participating in this thing. It also included some WNBA owners, including, Sue Bird and others who were participating in that. They basically had a conversation. The WNBA itself did not give a brand new proposal, but they did talk about some stuff, including share some slides with players. Players were kind of disappointed because they won. They still haven't got an official response from their late December proposal, and the WNBA didn't come out with a new proposal. It was just kind of like a FYI, here's all the things type of deal. And we did see some of the slides revealed, and some of the slides are not that big of a deal, but just a PSA, here's the thing. It says confidential right in the right-hand corner. It doesn't matter if you put confidential. If you're sharing your screen and sharing a PowerPoint in any meeting, just because you put confidential on it does not mean that no one's going to share it. And clearly, some players are like, hey, we're sharing this thing. Amelia says, not the confidential in the corner. I know, right? Haven't, do y'all companies do that? Where y'all have, it's information that they're like, oh, this is confidential, don't share with anybody, and they put confidential all on the PowerPoints. I mean, at any point, that stuff could be released, and it has been released. I don't know who released it, but somebody released it, and let's just go through what was released. So it says, the league is saying, hey, it is a win-win, you all agreeing to the last proposal that we sent out, because it's a 1, 2, 3 thing. Number 1, substantially increase player salaries to reflect recent and future business growth. Number 2, promote business health and profitability. And number 3, maintain incentives for team and league investment. So the league itself, they're like, hey, we got 3 main things that we're trying to do. So 1, 2, 3. The first one definitely benefits the players. 2 and 3, I mean, in the end, it benefits players, but that's more of like an ownership type of thing that they want to make sure to have. There were a total of 3 screenshots that were taken. So that's 1. Number 2 actually went through the proposal and I actually like this slide. Like I think it just shows the dramatic boost. Now the players are like, hey, this is not enough, but this is a giant jump, right? In a 2025, which was this past season, the Supermax was $250,000. The league is saying, hey, if y'all agree to the last proposal we had, that, 2,500, 250,000. That becomes over $1 million. Look at that. For a base, look at that. $1.1 million base. Like, again, these are numbers that we've heard already. We've heard these numbers already. These players have heard these numbers already, but it's nothing like putting it in a slick slideshow and going through it and making it seem like this is breaking news for players, okay? All right. So they put it in a slideshow, made it look a little bit nice. So again, a reminder, they're proposing that the player's salary for the Supermax goes up to $1.1 million. And then 2031, $1.575 million. And then $1.8 million in 2031, which is a higher revenue scenario. So those are the things that we've talked about before. But you now see it in the PowerPoint because one of the players, I assume one of the players leaked it. I mean, anybody in that meeting could have leaked it, including someone who may work for the WNBA, but my assumption is it's probably a player that leaked it. All right, and then also player salary goes up from $120K to $540K or $465K, and up and up and up from there. So really good stuff, but the players are saying it is not enough. But the most hilarious thing that I saw related to the leaked slides was this one right here. So, sometimes you can verbally say a whole bunch of stuff, but sometimes you gotta put it all together in one slide and say, hey, here's all the benefits. Here's all the ways that things are getting better for you as a player. And the WNBA decided to do that, and it was leaked. And what we found on this list, some of it is like, okay, cool. And some of it is just hilarious, in my opinion. So y'all let me know what y'all think. So we're going to go down this list. It's 37 of them. We're going to go real quick. And I want to focus on some very, very specific ones. So number one, new revenue sharing system, which we talked about in the past, which the players are saying, hey, that's not good enough. We want to get paid before you pay your expenses. And the league doesn't agree with that. But anyway, new revenue sharing system. Number two, significantly increased player salaries tied to revenue growth. Again, we talked about that already before. Players saying that's not enough. Number three, upward salary adjustments to all existing rookie scale contracts. I mean, you have to do that. There's no way that you boost up player salaries on average and for the Supermax, and you don't touch the rookie scale contract. So of course you got to do that. Like that's an improvement, but I mean, of course you got to do that. Makes sense. Number four, team charter travel, preseason, regular season, and postseason games. We've had charter travel for a season now. And so yeah, they got that in the books. Remember, the charter situation was actually an add-on after the previous CBA was done, and so now they're going to officially put it in the CBA, which makes sense. Number five, first-class travel in and out of team market, which, yes, I'm sure that's a huge benefit for players because, again, these players are tall. Well, most of them are tall. Taller than the average size player or person, I would say. And having first-class travel is important. More legroom. You're dealing with 2 seats instead of being cramped in a 3-seat row. And so, yeah, it's definitely better. Number 6, higher annual salary increases in multi-year contracts. Yeah, that's a big one. Which is great. 7, more allowable guaranteed contracts per team. That's definitely great. Definitely great. Number 8, additional categories of salary protections, which, I mean, I don't know what those additional categories are, but I'm assuming we'll find out soon. And the thing we've talked about before, I have talked about this before. I have talked long and hard about this situation, and I was like, at some point, the WNBA has to do something, and they have. Number 9 is a game changer because it is 2 new developmental player roster spots. We've talked about this, guys. If y'all remember, for a long time, we talked about how 12 players on a WNBA roster is not enough. You need more players. You need to have, and I suggested, hey, maybe let's have developmental players that can be with the team they're not an official player on the roster, but they're always there. So in the event that someone gets hurt, boom, slot in a developmental player, and you don't have to worry about having to sign some emergency contracts and having a player stand outside the arena waiting for everything to be fully signed off so they can go in and play in a game. Like, number 9 is a game changer, absolute game changer for the WNBA, and it's something that I have personally advocated for, and I'm so happy that the league is actually doing, or at least proposing, at least. All right, that's gonna be huge. Yeah, number 9 is super, super dope. Yeah, 100%. Number 10, increased salary cap exception for pregnant players, which, yeah, you got to do it. So, good. Number 11, new salary cap exception for season-ending injuries. That's a good one because we've had so many season-ending injuries. This is a thing that won't quit. We're going to continue to see injuries that come up, and if your team is unfortunate to have several season-ending injuries, I'm thinking Indiana Fever, like, you definitely need to have a higher cap to ensure that you actually have players that you can slot in. So, yes, 100% makes sense. All right, higher allowable salaries for veteran extensions. Yeah, good. 13, new team staffing requirements. So they're going to require a certain level of physicians, trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, physical therapists, access to nutritionists. That's huge. Yes. Because some teams have great staffing for like those ancillary positions, but other cheaper teams don't have it as much. And so, yes, having some sort of standard for the league is big. So I like 13 a lot. I like 13. So far, number 9 is my favorite. Number 11 is crucial. Number 13, that's big time for especially these cheapo teams. Okay. Number 14, increased performance bonuses for awards and playoff advancements. Yes, you got to do that. 15, higher team contributions to players' 401k retirement accounts. Yes. 16, recognition payment for current retirees. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? Here's the thing. We've heard WNBA players talk about the lack of benefits for players who retire. And so, yeah, this could lead to that, whatever the recognition payment is. I don't know what that is. Like, is that like $500 or like, what is that? I'm curious. We also see number 17, increase per diem with annual cost of living increases. Makes sense. If you're going to play a game in San Francisco, of course, that's way more expensive to get food and all that other stuff. So yeah, makes sense based on where you're going, and also increase of living expense increases because cost of living changes every year, right? And with inflation and all that stuff, like, it's pretty high. So that does make sense. Number 18, additional funding for players, programs, plus access for recently retired players. That's huge as well. Tracy says they need chefs or get factor, LOL. And actually, Tracy, what a great segue to the sponsor of this show, Factor. All right. So again, number 13 on the list is that WNBA teams will get, there'll be a standard for physicians, trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, physical therapy therapists, access to nutritionists, meaning high quality food. And I'm sure chefs is in there because players got to eat, and they got to eat well. And if you are not a basketball player, which I'm not, and you want to eat well, and you don't want to have to worry about, figuring out exactly what to eat and then buying all the ingredients and then doing all the cooking and all that stuff, well, Factor has you covered because they are a sponsor of this channel. So get access to quality functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, and whole food ingredients with Factor. Factor is awesome. I love it. I think you will as well. You literally get a box in the mail. It is already cold. It has ice packs in it. You unpack the boxes. You order them in the order that you actually want to eat the food in. Put it in your fridge. You forget about it. When you're hungry, you take it out of the fridge. You take it out the cardboard sleeve. You poke some holes in it. You put it in the microwave for 2 and 2.5 minutes, and you are going to enjoy a fantastic, high-quality meal. There's 100 rotating weekly meals for Factor. The options include high protein, calorie smart, Mediterranean diet. Maybe you're a GLP-1 person and you need meals that reflect that, so you can do that. And you can have their ready-to-eat salads. To be honest with you, I've never tried their salads. I'm sure they're good. I'm not really a salads person. I'm more of a chicken and pork person. And I eat that a lot for Factor. I also don't really, they have like filters where you can like filter with like certain types of food that you're trying to eat, and I'm just like, chicken and pork. Let's go with that. Okay. It's very convenient because again, 2.5 minutes in your microwave and you have some food. No prep, no stress. I like Factor. I think you will as well, and I think WNBA players would as well. I mean, if you don't have a good chef, hey, you might as well get some Factor in for WNBA teams. Head over to factormeals.com/Quita50off and use code Quita50off to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Now, this offer is only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription. You can make healthier eating easier with Factor. Okay, let's continue on. I was like, you know what? That's a good segue. Hey. That was a very, very good segue, Tracy, for me to get that ad read in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, okay? Okay, anyway. Let's continue on. We have 18, which I talked about, additional funding for player programs plus access for recently retired players, because you got to figure out what a plan is after the league is over. What are you going to do? And having, funding and having programs for you to participate in to figure out what that next step is huge. Absolutely huge. Also, number 19, broader access to family planning benefits. Number 20, medical benefits continuation for players waived after midpoint of season. This is big. Big, 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 big. Because we see players get waived. In the WNBA, you can pretty much always get waived. Like, you are always kind of on the bubble. And I think number 20 is huge because, of course, you're gonna miss that paycheck that you get, but medical benefits is huge, especially for athletes who may not be on the injury list, but they are dealing with, maybe your back hurts or like whatever. And so being able to have medical benefits after you get waived is huge. Absolutely huge, guys. And this is, again, for players who are waived after the midpoint of the season. 21, new requirement to allow young children of players plus their caregivers to travel with the team with an additional hotel room. That's also big. We already know that there's a bunch of players' kids who travel with them to games, and like sometimes like their sibling or their parents travel to take care of the kid. It's good to have that standardized, so all teams will allow that. It's a big one. Also, number 22, required family rooms during games. I'm sure Unrivaled was a big reason for this, okay? Big reason. All right? I am of the mind that some of these things really did come because players were like, hey, Unrivaled offers us this, and the league is like, okay, sure, we'll give that to you. So like I think that family room thing, it's a smart idea. It's a smart idea because there's a lot of WNBA players who have kids and or just have family members who are going to games and want to have like some sort of separated space. And so it makes sense to me. Number 23, increased life insurance benefits. Great. Number 24, pregnant player trade consent. Now, that one's, I don't know exactly what that means. Does that mean you have to ask permission for to trade a pregnant player? Is this the De'Erica Hamby rule or something like that? Like, is that what this is? Number 25, guaranteed training camp invitations for pregnant players with expiring contracts. Yeah, that's a big one to ensure that they get a fair shake. I mean, as fair of a shake as you could possibly get, being pregnant. 26, new non-birthing parent leave policy. I don't know why they have to say non-birthing parent. I mean, it's just new parent leave policy. I don't know. Anyway. Increased promotional and commercial appearance fees, which, sure, we don't know what the fees are now, but hey, that's cool. 28, additional mental health resources. Yeah, mental health is like a big thing now. And so, yeah, making sure that players have resources makes sense to me. 29, earlier first payment of annual salary. This is a big one, especially for these rookies who are coming in and kind of need money right away. And so, yeah, that's a big one. 30. I mean, I know, yes, for Brittany Griner and Stewie and other players as well. My point is, they're still a parent, so like you could have just said parent, new parent leave policy. I mean, doesn't matter if you birth the kid or not. I mean, it's still a parent leave policy in my head, at least. I mean, maybe I'm confused. I don't know. Anyway, that's my thought on that. Anyway. Number 30, mobile medical record app for players, which I don't know. I guess that's cool. That's cool. 31, ability to invest and have endorsement deals with sports betting, fantasy, and cannabis companies. This is a huge no. A huge no, guys. A huge no. This is one that I'm just like, I can't rock with it. Why? The WNBA is already in bed with all these sports betting companies. Already. You can't watch a game without seeing so many commercials about betting. And now, guys, we're going to see players, active WNBA players, in commercials for sports betting and fantasy sports. I can't do it. I can't rock with it. I can't. Y'all know I am not about that. I'm not. I think sports betting is the worst thing to happen to sports. It is. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Cannabis companies, I mean, I don't really care. Like whatever. To me, I think it's like in a lot of ways, like it's sort of like the way I think about cannabis is like similar to like drinking. You know, it alters your mind state, your state of mind. Both I don't do. So I'm just like, whatever. I don't really have, I don't have, whatever. I don't have an issue with the cannabis thing. They can do that if they want. But the ability to invest and have endorsement deals with sports betting and fantasy companies, I have a problem with. Because I think both of those things are horrible for sports. They're terrible. Okay? Terrible. All right. 32 says 50% of certain team fines donated to a players association selected charity. That's cool. Yeah, I don't have no problem with that. I don't have any problems with that. 33, elimination of marijuana testing. Yeah, I'm cool with that. We definitely know that there are players who smoke, and it doesn't, from what I understand, give them any sort of special advantage on the basketball court. So hey, whatever, eliminate it. I don't have any issues with that. 34, new treatment programs for marijuana/alcohol abuse. I'm cool with that. I like that. Number 35, shorter disqualification periods under anti-drug program. Okay. No problems with that either. Number 36, complimentary all-star tickets for all players. I like that. That is a very, very, very good improvement. That's a very good improvement. I like that a lot. And number 37, the most hilarious one is free WNBA league pass. So one of the improvements that players get is, yay, you get to watch yourself and your competitors for free. Congratulations! You get to watch League Pass for free. I don't even know why they put that on here. Honestly, I don't know why they put that on here. You did not have to put free League Pass on this list. I thought that was the most hilarious one on the list. Like, free League Pass, congratulations. You get free League Pass as a reward for this new CBA. That one is just so stupid that I'm just like, why did you put that on here? The rest of these are so serious. 37 is not serious at all. That's not serious. That is not serious. And also, why weren't they getting League Pass for free? Who was the WNBA player that was paying for League Pass? Who? I want to know. Why was this not free to begin with? Okay? Why was it not free? I agree, Amelia. I agree. They should have been had that. When League Pass first came out, it should have just been straight free for players. I just find that hilarious. That is hilarious. Stern, thank you so much for the super chat, says 31 has to be a big no. I agree, Stern. I agree. I can't stand it. I feel like I'm like one of the rare people who talk about sports every day on YouTube that is not sponsored by a betting company. And that's because I've intentionally said no to betting companies and to fantasy sports companies, because I just think it's detrimental. Like the sports betting of it all, it's just so detrimental. It is so detrimental. Betting in general, like you're gonna lose. The house always wins. Even if you temporarily win, ultimately you're gonna lose. There are some people who find some success, but like that's not you. That's not me. That's the majority of people lose. And the reason why they have big casinos, the reason why all these gambling companies are doing so many sponsorships is because they're making a boatload of money from us regular people who don't have money, who use the little money we have, gamble it away, and end up with nothing. And then you have people with further mental health issues because of the severe losses that they've incurred via sports betting and sports gambling. I can't rock with it. I cannot rock with that. And I think that's terrible. So I hope the WNBA changes that. It's just bad. It really is bad. It's already bad because you can't watch a game without watching so many of those commercials. But like, I just can't. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I know it's a lot of money in it. Like I could have made a lot of money on the channel if I said yes, I will accept your money, gambling companies. But no, it's just wrong. It's wrong for people to end up with their lives destroyed from this. Tisha says, I am not a fan of sports betting. I think we might have less angry, belligerent fans if there wasn't money on it. Yeah, I agree with that. And there wouldn't be an incentive for players to purposely influence results. Yeah. Now, again, if you do sports betting, this is not me, going after you. This is me going after the companies that have convinced you to gamble on sports. Because they're the ones who are making a racket at the expense of everyday people who don't have a lot of money. Jasper says women's basketball is low-key a gambling gold mine. It is. 100% it is. 100% it is. Yeah, it is. It is. So I get it. I get why gambling companies want to get in and do all the stuff, but like at the same time, it's not good for people, in my opinion. All right. So let's quickly go on. And let's talk about AU. Athletes Unlimited starts today. And I was going to do like a quick Athletes Unlimited versus Unrivaled thing. The comparison, Athletes Unlimited is regular traditional basketball, 5-on-5 basketball. AU or Unrivaled is 3-on-3 full court basketball. Athletes Unlimited features a lot of WNBA players, but a lot of players who are not in the WNBA. A lot of former college players who were good and never ended up making it to the WNBA. Some players who played overseas only. And Unrivaled features, for the most part, like the best of the best of players, like the top players in the W. Though, not everybody is the top player in the W that plays in Unrivaled. Unrivaled does not feature any players that are not in the WNBA, whereas Athletes Unlimited does. Athletes Unlimited does start today. Their first game is today. It's a 4-week season of 24 games in total. All the games are happening in one place in Tennessee. In Nashville, Tennessee. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go to a game this year, but I will be watching Athletes Unlimited on TV because it's the return to the premier WNBA offseason traditional basketball league. Unrivaled's great, but Unrivaled is 3-on-3. If you like regular basketball, regular 5-on-5 basketball, Athletes Unlimited is your thing. And the thing I love about Athletes Unlimited is it trains players to be the ultimate teammate. It's not all about scoring the most points. That's not what Athletes Unlimited is about. It's because you, instead of being crowned a team champion, you're crowned an individual champion, where you get points for every rebound you get, offensive and defensive, every assist you get, every free throw you make. Like basically everything you do positively on the court, you get points for it. And everything you do negatively on the court, you get points retracted for, right? And I think it's great. I really do think it allows players to really, really develop. And there's some players in Unrivaled that I was like, oh, you probably would have been better suited if you went to Athletes Unlimited, because it really does allow you to work on various parts of your game. And there is no real game off, right? There is no real game off. And that's what I really like about Athletes Unlimited, because every single game counts, because every single game you get points, which leads to the ultimate leaderboard, which leads you to possibly winning the championship for Unrivaled, because it's Unrivaled for Athletes Unlimited, because it's all about the points that you score. And so that's really cool. That is really, really cool. All right. And so now let's talk about Wednesday's games. And yeah, you do lose points for not playing well. Yeah, you do lose points. So if you miss free throws, if you get a turnover, if you end up fouling somebody, whether it's a shooting foul or just a regular personal foul, if you miss a 3-point shot, if you miss a 2-point shot, it counts against you. And so you're way more selective in your shot process, because you're just not throwing up stuff, because if you miss, it's counted against you. And so I really like that format. I think it is confusing, Shamika. I totally understand. It took a long time for me to understand. Like watching the game and seeing the leaderboard change in real time, it was very confusing. But like I feel like I've got it now. I feel like I've got it now. Tisha says, does Nashville have full power again? Anybody know? I don't know. I assume so. I mean, since the season starting today, and they didn't say anything. They didn't say like, oh, we're going to postpone or something like that. So I assume so. Yeah. Shamika says, are you doing a live stream for the game tonight? I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream for the game. I will be at the game. So DePaul does play UConn today at Wintrust Arena. I will be there. So hopefully if y'all are there, I will see you there. I'll be there, and I'll be covering the game as media. So in media, if you're covering the game as media, you can't live stream during the game if you're covering as media. And so I will not be live streaming, but I will be covering the press conferences. So you all can make sure to watch that. And I'll also do a recap of the game as well. So yeah, you can look forward to that on the channel. We also have other games that are happening today, and I just want to talk about them real quick. We have Michigan State versus Maryland happening later today on Big Ten Plus. We got Baylor versus Cincinnati, Michigan versus Nebraska, TCU versus Houston, of course, UConn versus DePaul. We got West Virginia versus Colorado, UCLA versus Rutgers. Those are the games that are happening later today. Mama is not going. She is not going. She'll probably watch it on TV or something. But I will be there. Yeah, look out for me. Look out for me. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching the stream. Y'all have a good one. I got to go to work. And then DePaul versus UConn. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm excited. Are y'all excited to watch Athletes Unlimited later today? I won't watch Athletes Unlimited live, but I will be watching after the UConn DePaul game. So I'll get home, probably upload the videos I made at the game, and then I will watch Athletes Unlimited. So, and I'll tell y'all all about it tomorrow. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Are you ready?
Ready, set, go.